What's up, fam? It's TrappingApparel with your boy Sean, and today I have a special guest with me,
Young Tim.
and today we're going to be doing a fashion discussion over Yeezy Season 1. I may be a week or two late, but there's still a lot of stuff I wanted to cover about it, and to just go ahead and get into it, I guess we should definitely start off with the Yeezy Boost 750. Tell me what you think about the shoe overall in general.
The shoe in general, I feel it. I would rock the shoe definitely. Just the price is outrageous. He trying to get his prices down, but have the materials still at a high fashion level.
$350 is a crazy price. Like, as fashion people, for us, maybe $350 wouldn't seem so crazy to us, but I know people who are into like just regular Foot Locker shoes, like going in and seeing Roshi runs and stuff. $350, they wouldn't look at the shelf and get that shoe.
If I'm going in a Foot Locker and I see that shoe or some shell toes, I'm seeing Pharrell and Kanye West. Pharrell been in the game, so I'm finna get them shell toes.
True. And it's all a personal, it's all an opinion. Like, we're all saying our opinion, but you do have to think about it logically, as in the fact that a price for a shoe, $350, that you claim you want everybody to have, $350, not everybody has that. There are people who wouldn't even pay $200, $170 for a pair of Jordans. So why would they pay $350 for some Kanye West shoes? So that's
the hype.
Yeah, it's the hype. Now, me personally, I like the shoe. I thought the shoe was a good design. I thought it was definitely a good shoe to start off with at Adidas. And $350, even though that was a little bit high, I thought if I had the chance to, I would have gotten the shoe. I unfortunately didn't have the chance to get the shoe. Did you try and get it?
Yeah, I was about to go fly out to New York to try to get them shoes, and then luckily that didn't happen. That's not
luckily. Is that luck? Nah. But I don't know. Do you know anybody around this area?
I haven't seen one person in Texas with them. I'm on the market. Nobody on the market has it.
I mean, and I've been on eBay. I'm a big eBay person. I've seen eBay posts of $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 for a pair of dead stock.
I've seen them up to $12,000.
It's crazy. The hype behind the shoe is definitely very big. But on the topic of shoes, what do you think about the Yeezy Boost Low or the Yeezy Boost 350? And he wants the cost on those to be $210. For me, I think that's very more reasonable. But I think the big speculation behind those is the design and why it looks so much similar to a Roshi runs. What do you think about that?
I'm definitely right. I like the Yeezy Boost 350 a lot better. They look better to me. To me, it would just be a lot more easier to rock. But then again, the 750, they look complex.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe just like from initial look, I feel like the 350s look way more comfortable than the 750s. Like off top, like if I was to put my foot in a 350 and put my foot in a 750, it feels like the 350s would be way more comfortable. And that's just because I have a pair of Pure Boosts and I felt the Boost technology. It's easily the most comfortable shoe in the world. And just having a low top shoe feels like it would be like the most comfortable thing in the world. And it's mesh material. It's probably a very light shoe and slick design. I feel like that's very good. But then again, people would look at a shoe and say 210 or 90 for a Roshi run. Which one would they go with?
They definitely going with 90 for a Roshi run.
Yeah, so there's just a lot of things you have to take into consideration. Is it worth paying that fashion price, that high fashion price for it? To me, yes, I would pay it. The last question about the 350s though, did you like the gray colorway or the black colorway?
The black. I think, what model was that wearing the, I think it was, or no, he had the forest green as well.
I think that was Luca. Luca was wearing the gray low tops.
Yes, those looked amazing.
They did. I think there's 3M on it too. I think if you put flash on it, there's 3M on the shoe.
And then with them joggers that he has, I don't know if they're joggers, they're like sweatpants type material.
Yeah.
And then he has all the models, they're pulled up high on the leg.
It looked good.
Yeah.
So getting into other clothing, the one thing I want to talk about is prices. That seems to be a big word that keeps coming out of this fashion show with Kanye West Yeezy Season 1. As the entry level price to any of his clothes is $430. Do you think that's a fair price for high fashion Kanye or no?
I'm finna buy some wraps for that.
I mean, that's, I don't know, entry level $430. I feel like as just like the season one. If this is season one, this is your first line that you're doing by yourself. $430 is a really high price to me. Yeah. I feel like just to be coming into the high fashion game, having your own line, $430 is insane. Like, I could get a Raf Simons sweater for half of that. And what would people recognize, the Kanye West or the Raf Simons? I'd rather have people recognize me for my Raf Simons Fred Perry than just the Kanye West sweater. But that's just my opinion. Like, maybe after 2 more lines, it might be, okay, Kanye has that pedestal that he needs to be on, that he's serious about it. But then it gets into the knitwear. I'm a big fan of knitwear. So at knitwear, you have prices also at $880, at $1,650. Like, how do you feel about those?
If I'm finna pay a stack for some clothes, you better have me flying. He should have learned from that APC collab that he wasn't gonna sell no clothes.
Yeah, the APC collab didn't sell like it should have, in my opinion. I feel like APC and Kanye should have sold.
Yeah, I really like APC.
And I can still find APC Kanye for a well priced, not hyped up. I feel like it should have sold way better, but there's some prices on there that just weren't.
Yeah, it's just, he was selling like a white t-shirt, an oversized white t-shirt for like $200-$300.
Nah, it's not gonna fly. So getting into the most expensive part of his show was the outerwear. The outerwear was reportedly costing anywhere from $1,700 to $3,850. Long story short, nobody's paying for that. Well, at least I'm not.
I'm not paying for it.
He's targeting the youth. There's so much you can get with $3,000, near $4,000. I can get any high fashion stuff and be way more swagged out than one outerwear piece.
Yeah, I can see the stuff he was selling for like $3,000 was like $200. I would definitely buy it if it was like $200, but
yeah. In a discussion, nobody's paying for it. If you're targeting youth, it's not happening.
So the Runway, how did you feel about the fashion show and how he came up with that?
I thought it was very creative. I thought he stepped away from the concept of originality, walking the runway and having people just like walking, you know? And since he got away from that, I thought that was really good. And I thought he put his own input in it. It was a silent show, which was really good.
So he had Luca, Ian, Amelia Blue, and Kylie Jenner for his models. How do you feel about who he has in his models, directing, who he's targeting, and stuff like that?
That was great. As Luca, he was targeting the youth. And I feel like with Ian Connor and Luca, he got directly into the youth. With those two people being showcasing for it, the youth definitely paid attention to his show. Kylie, since that's direct bloodline, well not bloodline, but family with Kim Kardashian, I think that was a good choice, and maybe her starting her modeling career, well, runway modeling, she's done some other modeling, but that was good. And then Amelia Blue. I think
one more time.
Amelia Blue.
Oh my Jesus.
I think she was just there for reasons y'all know why. I mean, you know, it was nice.
So, you hear about how he beat Chanel?
Yes, that's for him. I think that was very monumental. Do I think necessarily that it should have beat Chanel? I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
Based off the creativity, because the creativity was pretty good.
Yeah, but Chanel is Chanel. That's hard to beat out, and the fact that he beat that is, in my opinion, is crazy. I mean, big ups to him. That's a good monumental thing. It's really good. But I think that wraps up about Yeezy Season 1. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you, Tim, for coming out. You can
coming soon.
Like, subscribe, and comment. You can use the code TRAP23. You can follow me on all social networks, Sean_on_the_moon. You can follow Tim on Instagram at
Timothy McLaurin.
And you can follow him on Twitter at
Deontay.
Catch y'all later. TrappingApparel, we out.